Hey folks, it's Tom, your frugal prepper. I want to talk a little bit about my AR-9. This is the super cheap rifle that I built with the super cheap optic and the super cheap light that everybody told me I was stupid for building. Like I got comments, not everybody, but you always get those commenters that like, oh, well, you built that with cheap stuff and I wouldn't ever trust my life to that rifle and blah, 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 blah. And those are the people that usually have nice guns and don't shoot them. Or they don't have any guns. I'd rather have more guns and lots of money to buy ammunition, right? Rather than spend $4,000 or $5,000 on some rifle. I built this for about $600 total cost. Took me 3 years to buy a little piece here and a little piece there, and I built it. And I just crossed over to 2,000 rounds on it today. So here's some footage of me shooting it at the range. Okay, so as you can see, it's fine. That small target was about 3/4 of the way back, the one with the four small ones, and I was shooting at that yellow spot at clear at the back of the range, which is full 25 yards. And you can see it just sticks them in there like just perfect. Um, and It just has a cheap Anderson parts kit, right? And Anderson standard mil spec trigger. It has the Tango mic, 7-inch upper with the tri-lug, so you can put a tri-lug silencer on the front of it, which I don't have yet, but I might buy one day. Um, and um, it's got a Tennessee Arms polymer TAC-9 lower, has a pistol buffer tube, and a pistol stabilizing fin. This is already the application. The Form 1's been filed to turn it into an SBR. So this is got the security ling light. I bought an extra one of these lights because they're pretty nice. And it has the M-LOK rail, but I put the Picatinny adapter on the M-LOK and then put the light on that. And it's got the CV Life optic. This is a red dot. It has crosshairs and circles and dots and a couple of different options. It does red and green. I like it on green because it does not affect my amblyopia as bad. And I set it up the first time I took it out shooting. And as you can see, 2,000 rounds later, I haven't had to adjust it. That's perfectly dead on, you know. It's got the Magpul MOE Plus hand grip on it. This takes a standard Glock magazine. It has ambidextrous mag release. I did put an ambidextrous charging handle on this. This is just a cheap charging handle I bought at the gun show for $12. And it works fine. It's a charging handle. But I've been very, very happy with this rifle. The last 1,000 rounds, it's been 100%. There's not been any malfunctions with it. No failures to feed, no failures to eject, nothing. When I first took it out shooting with it, I had all kinds of malfunctions. And I figured out that I needed to put the ejector slightly up, bend it slightly up so that it rode higher in the bolt. And since then, it's been perfect. I did have, like, in that next, 750 rounds or so, I had a few failures to feed where I just had to rack the bolt back and let it go again, and it would shove it on in there. But that hasn't been a problem at all. In the last 1,000 rounds, every time you pull the trigger, it goes boom and it loads another round. Um, this has been a very good rifle. I'll show you the other side of it here too. But it really has been. And so, to all you people that say that you can't run cheap stuff on your rifles and have success with it, and it's gonna break and it's gonna blah 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 and it's gonna be crappy, you can, and most of the time it's 99.9% the shooter, and special triggers and great $500-600 optics don't help somebody that can't shoot. And so I prefer to spend my time learning how to shoot better and not focusing so much on having the best equipment. Um, and I use that extra money to build other rifles, to have other guns, and to be able to load ammunition so that I can go shoot my guns. Um, Unfortunately, my range won't let me pick up my brass anymore, so I'm probably not going to be renewing my membership there. I'm looking at joining a sportsman's club instead. But when you're a reloader, you want to sweep up your brass, because those are nickels, right? um, but yeah, and as much as I shoot, 2,000 rounds of nickels is a lot of nickels. I don't know how much that equals, but it's a lot of money. It all adds up, especially with the cost of primers these days. You gotta make every penny count on your reloads. So, but yeah, I did also get a little M-lock adapter for the sling mount, right there. That mounts under my light, and then I've got this double sling mount that's under my castle nut back here. But this rifle works extremely well. I can sling it just like so, and I normally just take and tuck that right in there, and then I'm ready to go. I can just come down here, drop it, go for a sidearm. Um, but I've been very, very happy with this gun. Um, and so, to all you people who left comments that I'm stupid for building a cheap rifle, like, I've been out having fun with my cheap rifle. And, if you got money to buy expensive rifles and still have fun with them, that's great. But not all of us have that kind of money. And I have a feeling a lot of you have one or two really expensive rifles, and I got tons of guns that I can take out and have fun with and go shoot at the range. So, it is what it is. My ideal load for this guy has been 114 grain. I run them light and I run them fast, and that seems to work good in this rifle. I run a plated round nose flat point. I haven't experimented with any hollow points yet. I run 4.4 grains of accurate number 2, which is getting towards the heavy load side. I run them hot and fast, and I do a 1.090 overall length. That just seems to be the magical length for this rifle to make it as accurate as possible. And those bullets are from Everglades ammo. That's just the load that I'm running. You load, don't go off of my load data or my data. Work up your own, because every rifle, every gun, every handgun is different. So work up your own data. But this has been a good gun. Really has been. And it's just been a ton of fun to shoot. 9mm is a whole lot cheaper to shoot than 223. I mean, 223, you're going to pay more for the bullets. You're going to pay more for the powder. You're going to use more of the powder. The rifle primers are a little more, although right now they're a little easier to find than small pistol. But, you know, that is what it is. Primers will come back into stock and get cheaper eventually. But it's still cheaper for me to reload them than it is for me to buy them new right now. So that's what I typically do. And not that I don't buy some new 9mm every once in a while and cycle that into my brass, but I do. But this has been an excellent little gun. So that's all I got. Don't be afraid to build a cheap rifle and go have fun with it. I recommend building your own rifle. Learn how to build it. Learn how to do it. You can see the video I just put up on my second channel. I'll put a link to it, where I went through my cheap AR building tools and what I used to build them. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. It's Tom, your Frugal Prepper.